On Friday, Axios released the Hur tapes, which showed that President Biden was completely out to lunch. He had no business being the president of the United States. He was not fit to be president of the United States. Then, on Monday, after this news breaks, we learned that he has stage 4 cancer. Coincidence? Probably not.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States.
Right, he's the president of the United States. He doesn't get sick.
I can't even keep up with it.
The most difficult part about a meeting with President Biden is preparing for it.
Well, we don't doubt that, Mayorkas.
Because he is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
I can testify because I've been working very closely with this president for the past 2 years. I've been knowing him for 30 years. And I'm telling you, this guy's tough. He's smart. He's on his game.
Joe Biden has vision. He has knowledge. He has a strategic thinker.
He has a cognitive disorder.
The president is focused. He's detail-oriented. He's always thinking about the big picture.
He is engaging. He is capable. He has an incredible record as president.
And I'm often with him on foreign trips. He's at the top of his game.
So he has a vision. He has knowledge. He has judgment. He has a strategic thinking.
I met with the president, 5 or 6 weeks ago, and he seemed fine to me.
I have complete confidence in the president. I have watched him expertly guide meetings of staff and cabinet members. I could not have more confidence in the president.
Look, Merrick Garland might be in some trouble here.
Just tell you that I meet frequently with the president, and every single time I meet with him, he is just fine.
But he is, knowledgeable, wise.
Incredibly sharp, incredibly probing, incredible command.
Incredibly confused.
Of the details.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There is nothing to these challenges, these suggestions that somehow he's not sharp and he's not capable.
We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issue.
And you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has.
I say his age is an asset.
Aha!
He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. He has wisdom. He has experience.
And his experience, because of his age and his wisdom, has been invaluable to this country.
A lot of countries, people who've been in office a longer period of time are praised for their wisdom.
I have seen a lot of 72-year-olds not as capable as this 80-year-old.
It is hard for us to keep up with this president.
His mental acuity is great.
Schumer has a knack for being unintentionally funny.
It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong.
And this kind of sense that he's not ready for this job is just a bucket of BS that's so deep, your boots will get stuck in.
Yeah. And because it was a 4-lane highway that was accessible, my mother drove us, and rather than us be able to walk. And guess what? The first frost, you know what was happening. You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
Did you catch that?
You're an oncologist, obviously incredibly respected. You believe that it is likely, just for those just tuning in, you believe it is likely, if this prostate cancer has spread to the bone, that he could have had it for up to a decade, but certainly it's likely. Would it be fair to say it's likely to have had this for at least several years?
Oh, more than several years. You don't.
Oh, that's right, Joe. They've been lying to us for more than several years.
Get prostate cancer.
I just want to stop you. So this is not speculation. If you have prostate cancer that is spread to the bone, then he's most certainly, you are saying, had it when he was president of the United States.
Yes, Joe, as you know, as your audience knows, as I know, as my audience knows, yes.
Oh, yeah.
He did not develop it in the last 100, 200 days. He had it while he was president. He probably had it at the start of his presidency in 2021. Yes, that I don't think there's any disagreement about that.
Fine, Biden has prostate cancer. A lot of us know that this is a largely manageable disease. It can last years and years and years, and he could function as president. But that's not the biggest issue. The cancer is not the biggest issue. We should have known about it, but the bigger issue is the cognitive decline.
Well, here's something. Joe Biden is like dead. Not literally. Like he can't even say a sentence. He's like really like progressed in his old age. Everybody recognized it. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal.
You know, really, cognitive decline is not a scandal. It happens to people. What the scandal is the fact that many, many, many people, basically the entire establishment of the Democratic Party, lied to the American people. And when I say the establishment of the Democratic Party, I include most of the old media as well, and that is wrong.
I did want to get you to weigh in on her tapes that we're hearing now. What do you think?
Well, now we know why they covered it up. Now we know why Garland was willing to go to jail potentially to keep this information from Congress. Mm-hmm. Now, we sued for these tapes. Obviously, the Biden gang leaked it to get ahead of the official release that's likely to come as soon as next week. But they demonstrate that Biden was completely out of it. And we already found documents that the Biden White House had changed the transcript, edited it to hide this. This is what they were hiding. There's got to be accountability. Garland should be prosecuted by the Attorney General over the contempt he had for Congress.
How's the president's health? It is. Are you going to come to the briefing room to address us? Probably not. Could that change before the end of his term? And how is his mental cognition?
It's excellent.
It's excellent. Is there a reason you didn't perform a cognitive test on him?
You don't need to. He's here every day.
He's good every day? What about the speculation about Parkinson's disease or a related condition? Dr. O'Connor, is there anything to that speculation that there might be something related to Parkinson's that he has?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. And the specialist's visit to the White House, did that have anything to do with that concern?
The same question I asked, which is, do voters have a right to know more detailed health information about presidential candidates and especially about presidents?
Susan, I'm glad you asked about transparency because it has to be across the board. Joe has been incredibly transparent over many, many years. The one thing we all know about Joe, he puts it all out there. He is honest. He is forthright. But Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been about covering up everything.
First of all, people were put to shame, me and others out there that talked about Joe Biden's mental acuity. We were told he was sharp as a tack, he had a photographic memory, he was intense and brilliant. And what's amazing is the sources of this book were the same sources that told us that we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. It's a stutter. Stop talking about him. The fact is they were managing his decline in a nursing home in the White House.
That's exactly right.
Van, I remember how emotional you were in the immediate moments after the June 27th, 2024 debate because of what you saw on the stage. And with all this new reporting coming out, and I should disclose that I gave both of you copies of the book so you would have a little bit more.
And this is one of the dumbest things about this whole story. Jake Tapper is acting like he broke the story instead of being an active participant in the cover-up. That's nuts.
Information. Do you feel like you were duped, Van? Like, how do you feel?
First, this book is extraordinary. I don't care who you are, left, right, or otherwise. Anybody who cares about this country and about just the dynamics of power, this is the emperor's new clothes playing itself out in real time. Everybody knew, but everyone was afraid to say, except for David Axelrod for 2 years, that something was wrong here. And so, I was shocked. I love Joe Biden. I don't like him. I love him. I got a chance to work with him when I was a part of the Obama administration and loved him more every day. I was shocked to see his condition when he came out, and so was the world. And that wasn't the first time he was in that condition. The book makes it very, very clear. There are people who knew and said nothing. And that is a crime against this republic. And I think the Democrats are going to pay for a long time for being a part of.
I said this on Monday. Look, I actually like Van Jones. I think on a personal level, he's a pretty cool guy. I actually spent a day with him in Texas a couple of years ago, and I enjoyed him. I liked his whole vibe. He was cool to me. He was cool to other people who maybe disagreed with him. He's thoughtful. He's smart. But the thing is, Van, I'm not buying that you were shocked. I mean, I wasn't shocked. My kids weren't shocked. I don't think anyone in Washington was actually shocked.